Hello everyone of the page of YouTube. Um, Damn, that is noticeable. Oh my god, a gray hair. Damn. Goes to show, huh? But no, on today's video, we are going to be conducting an experiment. We're gonna see how this goes though. So, you guys know that I have already a cold air intake, but obviously they say this is just sucking all the hot air from in here and just taking it there. So the experiment for today is I have this intake pipe and I have this intake pipe here with that coupler. I went to, yes, you can hate all you want, Plum Quick from Home Depot. No, this is from Lowe's. Yeah, don't shout out the wrong people. This was from Lowe's, right? So this is a 3-inch by 3-inch coupler. This doesn't fit in this big old ginormous hole, but it does fit in the inner diameter. I don't know. I guess this is obviously for piping and stuff, but yeah. We're going to be cutting those ends off, and we're going to use right here. We're cutting this off right here, and then we're only going to use from here and go from there. So we're only going to put that on for now, right? So obviously I have a box here. I'm not going to show because there's an address on there, the person's address, who I got it from. But yeah, in this box we have a surprise. Got an awesome deal on it. It's just to start it off. If you want to see more on this build, you already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever it is that you want to do. But in this box here, we have another box, which is for today's experiment. We're going to try to do a velocitor stack as far out as possible with the little minimum piping, which obviously I'm going to have to cut some stuff up and do whatever I have to do to it. But we are going to try to fit this velocitor stack maybe in that hole right here. I'm going to try to see if I could just cut that hole out. If not, just completely delete that, completely delete this vent here, and then just stick the velocitor stack and leave it right there, which will pretty much look like this. Obviously it's going to get painted, black, so, but it's going to be something like that. I think I could probably cut it out. Yeah, I think I could probably cut it out and fit it in there. So, just so I don't have that big old gap there or whatever. Because there is a big gap that when they cut for the fog light, whatever, I want to just put it like that. So, yeah, that's the goal for today. But in this box, that's more box, right? We have here yes, Rodnock is going boosted. We have a turbo here. It's a AR50. It's just an eBay turbo, obviously. I'm not looking to make massive power. This car is not going to be built for making power. I just want to at least make close to 200 at least, if possible. If anything more than that, that's just a plus. So this car right now, obviously stock, it only makes like 125 horsepower. So 75 horsepower gain, I mean, it'll definitely help a bit. But I'm not looking to make big power. I'm just looking to have a little bit of extra power and all the whoosh sounds and all the cool sounds and all that of a turbo, because my Sonic here I have makes those cool sounds, but it's automatic and it's not that fun. So let's get to today's project. Obviously you see gonna be decent plans for this car, sticking it in there. I have a few other things. I have I got the oil feed, I got the oil drain, the turbo. I have a T3, T4 flange if I decide to just do a ghetto manifold if I can't find one. The turbo is V-band and it has an internal wastegate because I'm trying to eliminate as much stuff as I can to do the most simplest turbo build, which will be just the turbo manifold sit here with the wastegate, and then I want to see if I can run the turbo clocked cold side this way to the left so that I can just run the intercooler right here, which is going to be like a Volvo intercooler or Volkswagen, whatever. It's going to be a Euro intercooler out of a turbo car already, which they have these side mount intercoolers, which would be the easiest way to do it. Simplest, keep it all minimal, not doing a big old front mount so it's noticeable. But I am most likely going to probably do a hood exit. If not, probably do a bumper exit again and have it run out the side. So yeah, that's the plans. As you see, there's plans coming for Rodnock. He will get boosted and we're gonna have a little bit of fun. So like I said, if you just want to stay tuned for that, you want to stay updated on this build, just subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to just watch a video but time. That's it. And I'm pretty sure everybody has at least 30 to 40 minutes that they usually won't be doing anything just to watch a video. So with that being said, let's get back to the original project we're doing for today. Some shenanigans project experiment. There you go, experiment. That's what we're gonna do. So we'll see how this works out. So obviously, to start off, we have to take off this piping because I believe this one will fit better and extend it out farther so we don't have to do too much. So I'm going to just pull this off real quick and then put that one on and see how far that one sticks out. Okay, so this one is supposed to run like this, but since it sits too far back from how I want it, I'm going to run it this way because there's more of a curve there, and it gives it more room to be out farther to where I need it. So we're gonna run that like that. I'm going to chop the ends off of this so I can have where I need it to be at, and then mock it up and then see how much of that we have to chop off to be able to stick it obviously through here, and then try to either have it come out through there, or if not, most likely end up just cutting a hole right here and running it out the side. I really don't care. It doesn't bother me because you see obviously there's this hole here already, so it doesn't bother me to cut this bumper up, and I already have two other ones, which one has the fog light parts not cut out, nor the grill part, the brace part, and then I have the other one that has the brace part cut out, but yet it still has the fog lights with the lip. So this bumper, I don't really care. I'm gonna chop it, so we'll see if need be. So this is what it looks like without the fog light cover on there. These came off of a Subaru, so they work pretty nice. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Can y'all tell me what the problem that y'all see? Do y'all see a problem? Because I know I do. I don't think there's enough room with this brace here, which is the frame, that we can't cut that. So looks like we have to make a hole in the bumper. I mean, it wasn't my first option, but yeah, I guess it has to be done. So we're gonna see how this works out. Obviously I'm not gonna make the hole that big, just enough to be able to fit this through there, and make sure we get all the locking up right. I'm gonna pull the bumper off and see where it all fits, where we need to cut, so we don't have to, how you say, measure. You measure 10 times and cut once. I usually just measure once and cut like 10 times, but this one we got lucky where we just measured twice and it got cut right. So that was kind of a freestyle kind of cut. I just taped it and just sent it, and it came out looking decent. So we're gonna do the bumper now. I'm just gonna pull the bumper off, which is just the 2 tabs, and then the front up here, the 4 that I have up here. Pull the bumper out enough to where I could fit my hands and stuff through there and get all the lines and stuff through here, which is, we got this one cut already. As you see the difference, this should fit through here now. That fits in through there nicely. And then put this one here real quick. So both ends cut off. If you don't see that part, you obviously can't tell it's not just a regular coupler. So we're gonna put this on real quick and see what it looks like. Pretty much this is here what it's gonna look like. You have it coming out of the intake manifold, scooping through, going through the hole, out the bottom. I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna close this off and use it as a bracket. I'm just gonna zip tie it to there. And yeah, pretty much goes there. And then we have to figure out exactly where on the bumper we have to cut, where it's not going to either stick out too far, obviously, but yet have it sit nicely, where it'll be kind of flat if possible. Try to get it as flat as possible so it sits flush up against there once it's mounted. But I think I might leave it blue because I have, obviously, I've always had these lower control arms right there. I've always had the lower control arms in blue, so I mean another blue part wouldn't hurt that bad. So I think I might just leave it blue for now because it just looks nice like that, but we'll see. Let me start chopping all this up and see where we get on it. That one's tight there, this one's loose, but it's where it's supposed to be at, which I'm gonna put a zip tie around it so it holds, so it doesn't put a hole through the bottom one, which you see it's gonna be a little tight there. We'll see how it goes with when it's on the bumper, but I have the bumper kind of back up where it would be, and as you see, I marked the hole there, so there's no turning back now. But that's my predictions where that hole is. It'll be basically right there, lined up. So we need to cut a hole and see how far we need to make it, or how big we need to make it. Here's a better look with the tire turned. So yeah, kind of just marked it there where the middle point would be at. So that's how it's going to be flush up against there, just from the other side. As you see, the middle would be about right there. So right there, we're going to just take the bumper off from the other side, or no, I'm just going to get a blade, cut a hole, and start cutting little by little until it's big enough. So as you see, there is no turning back. That is the first slice. Yeah, no turning back now, buddy. I mean, like I said, I don't really care because obviously it's already messed up, and I have 2 other bumpers to work with, so let's keep cutting this. So we are officially finished with the intake. bumper exit intake, all this on there, nice and tight. It does move a little bit, but I mean, it should be okay. All that's good in there. I mean, if it does move, it's just, that's all right though. It just makes sure it doesn't break off. So, but yeah, that's what it looks like. It's all the way full now, real cold air intake. Let's close this up real quick. See what it looks like with the hood closed. It don't look horrible. I didn't even decide. It got to the point where it was getting really difficult to get it to match up, since I was working with what I got. Like I said, utilize what you have. Don't spend money if you don't need to. So all I ended up spending was $5 or $15 on that coupler from Lowe's. That came in the turbo kit that I just bought, and the other pipe that I got that I used on the intake itself, I got that from the junkyard for $3 actually. And then the intake pipe that I ended up having to cut to size it down so it could fit. So let's get a start up and see what it sounds like. A little bit of noise. Holy crap, that was loud. I didn't even meant to hit it that hard. Yeah, we're gonna go for a quick test ride and see what it sounds like on under load. See if we hear the VTEC crack or not, because you technically can on the Z6s. You can actually hear the VTEC crack, or the crossover as you would call it. So let me finish cleaning up real quick, and then we're gonna go and take and see what it sounds like.